morning. If everyone would please go ahead and take their seat, we're getting ready to start the program.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tony Heberl, and I serve as Chief Communications and Economic Development Officer here at Tulsa Tech. And it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to Tulsa Tech for the Buckle Down Awards. We've had a long-standing relationship with law enforcement. We have a criminal justice program that we teach young people to get into the profession. We've had a long-standing relationship with the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office as they provide law enforcement services for our 6 campuses. Deputies patrol our campuses 24/7. They serve as student resources officers. I've had the opportunity to serve as a reserve deputy for the Sheriff's Office for 27 years. I've been around so long that Chuck Jordan was my felony stops instructor many years ago. You know, we have 29 school districts across the state. The career tech system is involved with CLEAT. We hope to expand the training that we do here at Tulsa Tech through the Sheriff's Office. We're here to celebrate your accomplishments, and we are proud to serve as your hosts. And remember, everyone goes home safe. Thank you.
Now, if everyone will please stand for the presentation of the flags by the 45th Army Infantry Division Color Guard, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem by Officer Reggie Warren of the Tulsa Police Department.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
so much. That was beautiful. Welcome to the 25th Annual Oklahoma Buckle Down Awards Program. This year, we will be recognizing 241 law enforcement officers, deputies, and troopers from across the state for their outstanding work in occupant protection, impaired driving, and traffic safety enforcement and prevention. Now, for our invocation, we welcome Chaplain Danny Lynchard, Chaplain of the Tulsa Police Department.
Thank you so much. I don't take this for granted with this many uniforms in the room. Since 1981, I've prayed for these, and I've never used a repetitious prayer other than our graduation. The only time I changed our graduation prayer, the mayor laid off all the APOs, so I use the same one every time. I don't want to mess up. But I often pray about what to pray when I pray, and this is one of those. Our Heavenly Father and Almighty God, today I stand before a specific and particular group of men and women. These have excelled in what they do, but it is more than just a job well done. In order to be here, they have had to make the most traffic stops, write the most citations, make the most arrests, and much, much more. And it means they have done repetitiously the most basic police work, and they've done it more than others. Father, I know repetition makes it easy to get relaxed in a rhythm, and a rhythm can make children parentless and spouses widowed. Yet they are here to receive these prestigious awards, and for this, our Heavenly Father, we begin this service by thanking you for being present to protect and provide the sixth sense that has kept them safe and able to make it here. But even more, Father, may they realize that what is done here on earth is recorded in books in heaven. May they relish these times, but remember they pale in the light of the celestial ceremony to come for those that have served you. And we thank you for these servants of God, for it's in your name we pray. Amen.
You guys can all take your seats. In 1993, an awards program was organized by Dr. Richard Coburg and the late Sergeant Mike Garner to recognize a group of Tulsa police officers for their outstanding performance in DUI and seatbelt enforcement. The first awards were presented in the spring of 1994. Memorial awards were created at that time to honor Sergeant Don Byerly and Officer Fabian Van Arsdale, both Tulsa police officers, killed in the line of duty by alcohol-impaired drivers. By 1999, the Buckle Down Awards has grown to include all law enforcement officers in Oklahoma. In 2001, a third memorial award was created to honor Trooper Matthew Scott Evans, an outspoken traffic safety advocate who was killed in 2000 by a drugged driver in Oklahoma City. After the passing of Sergeant Mike Garner in August of 2008, Deborah Dickens, retired since May 2015 from the Tulsa Police Department, has continued to coordinate and provide leadership for the Oklahoma Buckle Down Awards program. Over the past 25 years, the Buckle Down Awards program has grown from a small, local traffic safety recognition program to the largest statewide recognition of law enforcement officers in the state and the region. Now, State Farm agents, State Farm sales leader Teresa Chambers, Grant Gingrich of Claremore, David Merriman of Claremore, Rhett Minson of Pryor, and Karen Holmes of Coweta will join us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us here today. Again, I'm Teresa Chambers. I'm a sales leader for State Farm Insurance here in the Tulsa area. And I want to take a moment to introduce to you some of our fantastic State Farm agents who have come to honor you today. Down at the end, we have David Merriman, and he is out of Claremore. And then we also have Rhett Minson. He's an agent in Pryor. And then we also have Grant Gingrich. He's a wonderful agent out of Claremore. And then we also have awesome Karen Holmes, who is an agent in Coweta. So we're very thankful and grateful to be here with you today. State Farm is a sponsor of the 2018 Oklahoma Buckle Down Awards. And since 1993, this program has recognized law enforcement officers for their work in the traffic safety, occupant protection, and impaired driving areas. As agents of the largest automobile insurer in the United States, we are especially thankful for the work that you do to keep Oklahomans safe on our roads and highways each year. State Farm has traditionally been an advocate for highway safety programs and enforcement, but more than that, we appreciate on a personal level the sacrifices you make. As the wife of a Tulsa police officer, a Tulsa police motorcycle officer who is actually here today in this room, I want you to know how much I understand the sacrifices you truly make. I understand what you do every day to put your lives on the line, to sacrifice for others. I also want you to understand that I, as a wife, know what it's like to let your husband or wife leave and go protect others while you kind of keep the home front safe for them to come home. So thank you again for what you do. Thank you on behalf of State Farm. And thank you for protecting others. This morning, again, we are so honored to be a part of the Buckle Down Awards. We are here to share a $5,000 Good Neighbor Citizenship Grant with Deborah Dickens, the coordinator of the Buckle Down Awards. And again, we want to congratulate you for all of your hard work, for all of your accomplishments, and again, for what you do to put your lives on the line every single day. Thank you so much. Thank you again.
We want to say thanks to the Tulsa County Honor Guard for the flag presentation earlier this morning. Our speaker today is Paul J. Harris. Paul J. Harris is the director for the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office. Paul is from Girard, Kansas, and graduated from Girard High School in 1985. He enlisted into the Army in May 1987. In 1993, he joined the Oklahoma Army National Guard and attended Cameron University, where he earned a degree in elementary education in 1997. He taught elementary school at Crosby Park Elementary in Lawton, Oklahoma from 1997 to 2002, at which time he was hired to work full-time for the Oklahoma Army National Guard and retired in December of 2016. In that same month, he was hired as the director of the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office. Paul currently resides in Edmond with his wife Monica and daughter Sophia. His son Daniel, his wife Megan, and their daughter Vivian reside in Tulsa, and his son Kevin resides in Oklahoma City. His father Bob resides in Girard, Kansas. Please help me welcome Paul J. Harris.
Hello? Is this one working? All right. I have to find the on button here for a second.
That's all right. Well, thank you very much for having me here today. What an honor it is. You know, last year I came to this and I've been in the job for 2 months, so they were smart enough not to ask me to speak last year. So hopefully this year I can make it pay. And I've learned a lot of things in the last year. One thing I've learned is I've met a lot of officers, I've met a lot of deputies, and I've met a lot of troopers in the last year. And what an honor it is. I came from a pretty high-speed place. A lot of great soldiers, a lot of great events going on. And you know what? the groups of people that I've worked with now are just as outstanding. It's incredible. You know, whenever I was in the military, we only had to go deploy maybe once every 3 years or so, and we'd be gone for 6 months, 9 months, or whatever. And we would have to go outside the gate and go do our thing. And you get that feeling in your stomach, you get nervous, you get jazzed up, all those things happen to you, you start to sweat, your family members worry about you for less time while you're deployed. That's a short time. Everyone in this room, you do that every day. You know, I got to come back home and be protected by you. And that means a lot. You know, you never know when you're going to go up, walk up to a car, where you're going to respond to. You don't know where you're going, what you're going to do. And you continue to do it. And you need to be recognized for that. And today we're going to talk a little bit about Traffic Safety Awards. Traffic Safety Awards, you're not going to see how many seatbelt violations or occupant protection violations you give out in the newspaper. You might see, you know, $3 million cocaine bust is going to be on the front page. No one is going to notice how many speeding tickets were given out that saved lives. No one's really going to notice. We talk a little bit about impaired driving. Sometimes that makes the newspaper. We get little paragraphs of crashes in the newspaper that talk about whether someone was wearing a seatbelt or not. It's on the 23rd page. So what you're doing is not recognized by the general public, unfortunately. As a citizen of Oklahoma, before I became in this position, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that these activities were happening. I didn't know we had such a big problem. And unfortunately, most Oklahomans don't know. And yet you continue to go out every day and do the job that you do. You know, we have to talk a little, and some of the things we deal with, they're always negative. I mean, think about it. You look at the data. It's always about how many impaired driving deaths do we have? How many fatalities do we have? How many crashes do we have? It's negative, negative, negative. And so it's really, it kind of gets you down. And you continue to go out every day and do it. Now, some things that we don't talk about is, how many lives do we save? Do we really know? Can we put a number on it? I don't know, we can't, but there was a study that we just got yesterday, as a matter of fact, before I came here, that talked about what our seatbelt use is, what our enforcement rate is, and they put it in this computer and came out with something. And it said, because of what we're doing in Oklahoma now, last year there were 227 lives saved by enforcement and occupant protection usage in Oklahoma. There were 17 lives saved by motorcyclists and doing enforcements there. So if you're a civilian in the room, could you please stand up? If you're not law enforcement, could you stand up and help me out for 1 second, please? You know, it's hard to tell in Oklahoma to say thank you. If you look at these folks standing up, these are the faces of the Oklahomans that you're protecting and serving every single day. And when you go out and do that enforcement, when you do that checkpoint, when you do that saturation patrol, these folks are the ones that's benefiting from what you do. So please join me in thanking these officers for what they do. Yeah, I had to write down a couple of note cards here so I didn't get off track. But I want to talk to you some about, I'm not going to give you a lot of speech on numbers and data and things like that, but there are a few things that I wanted to touch base on. Cell phone usage. Distracted driving is becoming a big problem. We're going to continue to have a problem with it as we move forward in the future. You're going to continue to see it increase. Here's a couple numbers that I found kind of interesting. In 2012, there were 78 million cell phones registered in the United States. In 2016, there's 202 million cell phones registered in the United States. If you look at the numbers of the population in the United States, those between 15 and 65 for our primary drivers, there's only 200 million people in that main driving time frame. Yet there's 202 million cell phones that's operational. So you do the numbers. It's not getting better. Text messages. In 2012, there were 56.6 billion text messages sent. Sounds like a lot. In 2016, there were 273 billion text messages sent. Are we distracted as a group of people? Yes. Is it our cell phones? Yes. Does that distraction prevent us from putting our seatbelt on? Yes. One thing leads to another. If you're impaired and you get in a vehicle, you put your seatbelt on? Probably not. And then you're going to get your text out because you think you can drive better. We all know this. You're making a huge difference in that area. Another area that I want to give a little bit of warning on are pedestrians. Pedestrian fatalities in Oklahoma are the third highest cause between traffic safety fatalities. The third. 17%. It's the same as motorcycles. Now, you're like, whoa, pedestrians, really? Let's look at it this way. There's a medical marijuana bill coming up. If you look at the pedestrian numbers, just these pedestrian numbers within the United States, for the 7 states that have marijuana laws in them now, their pedestrian fatalities went up 23% in the last 5 years. For states that do not have marijuana laws, their fatality rate went down 5% in the same time period. You can draw your own conclusions on why that occurred. In Oklahoma, our rate is going up. We're moving more into the cities. More people are walking. Pedestrians is becoming a problem. That's going to be another thing on the plate that we have to deal with soon. So how do we combat this? Enforcement is not the only way it's done. Enforcement is a big part of it. We have to build, what we do in our office, we have something in the military that's called combined arms. So what does combined arms mean? That means that you try to get all these areas together to get a desired effect. So you get the artillery, you get the infantry, you get the Marines in, you get the Navy, naval gunfire, things like that to get a common goal. So we have to do the same thing in our job now. We have to do combined arms. Enforcement is not the only way to do it. We have to do education, and then we also have to get our messages out. We have to communicate to the public what the issues are. Unless we bring it home and make it personal, people do not pay attention these days. So we have to bring it home and make it personal with that legislator to get the right laws passed. With that person on the street to put their seatbelt on. That's what we have to do. That's part of our office's job. There's plenty of it. AAA, State Farm, Educational Alternatives, OK Safe, Safe Kids Oklahoma. All those are your partner agencies that we have to use together in order to combat the situation that we're in. And together we'll be able to make a difference. Together we'll be able to bring this down. And if you start, autonomous vehicles are on the way. In the next 10 to 15 years, you're going to see autonomous vehicles rolling through the streets of Oklahoma. How are we going to prepare for that? What does that mean for us? What type of different enforcement activities are we going to have to do? And what are the requirements? I don't know. We don't have any laws in Oklahoma right now for autonomous vehicles. But they're going to come. We need to get out ahead of that and set the standard before we get behind it like we have with texting and driving. How great would it have been if when texting came out, there was a law that said when your vehicle goes in motion, your phone automatically shuts off the texting capability. They made that a law before everyone expected it as, hey, this is my right to have my phone and text whenever I'm driving, instead of putting the law in place first. We don't want to get backwards in this whole situation again, where we are with texting and driving, things like that. So, in conclusion, I just, I have when I got introduced up here, I have a granddaughter, and she's 18 months old, and next week. So I'm pretty proud of her. I got 3 kids here living here in Oklahoma, and you know what? They feel safer. I feel better knowing that you're out there for them. And I really, from deep inside here, I really appreciate everything that you do. We're going to give you some recognition today that's well deserved and probably well overdue for most of you. Continue to do what you're doing. We are your partner agency at the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office. If you need something. I don't want to go into a lot of good detail on some new information we're bringing out, some new websites for some of the smaller agencies, so you can do some data-driven analysis, so you can do some specific enforcement activities, and show you where the problems are, so that you can enforce in those areas. It's going to be probably about 2 months. We're going to come out with that, and hopefully you're going to like what you see from us in that area. Thank you very much for what you do. Looking forward to giving out these awards to all the recipients. And just remember, maybe it's not every day, but believe me, every day that we're out there, that I come home safely, my family comes home safely, that all these folks get home and their family is good, it's because of you. So thank you very much.
Today is all about expressing our gratitude and appreciation and saying thank you for a job so well done. Before we start the awards presentations, these are the house rules. Photographs. For each category that's presented, one group picture will be taken after all officers are recognized in the reception room by the stage. After the program is over, individual pictures can be taken. T-shirts. After you receive your trophy and your certificate, please exit on the left side of the stage, on my left and on your right. Pick up your commemorative t-shirt before you go to the reception room to take group pictures. There's a little change this year. When I walked in, I saw all these backpacks and I said, I don't think they were here last year. I'd like to introduce Lisa Bain with Joy in the Cause to quickly explain what these backpacks are all about.
What an honor to be here amongst superheroes. These were created by Joy to the Rescue. I'm with the founder of Joy in the Cause, and when I got a call from a police officer that had gotten a call for some children that had been left, they just decided they didn't want them. He expressed his concern, can you give us something that can be a tool to help? And that's how it started. And I remember meeting with Chief Jordan years ago about this project, and oh my goodness, it exploded into more than we can imagine. And we're gonna give each of you a backpack that's filled with items. That's going to be a tool for you to help a child in crisis when you're on a call. There's things that'll help teenagers. There's Mavis Pearl Dogs. But what is so amazing about these backpacks is about probably one backpack represents about 25 loving, praying hands that prayed over every item for your safety. There's handmade items, and they're filled. In fact, part of these backpacks are from Eder Heights Elementary in Owasso. They did a fundraiser, and they wanted to earn money to get these backpacks. So we want to present each of you with these. When you give them out, we want to refill them. In fact, it is our goal that the entire state of Oklahoma, in every vehicle, first responders, traffickers, police, fire, ambulance, have these backpacks in their vehicles. So we're going to give these to you, and then we'll refill them when you give them out. Thank you for what you do. I'm so thankful.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Door prizes have been graciously provided, and they will be given out at the very end of this program. Officers must be present to win the door prizes over there on that table. Maybe you had the chance to go over there and browse. Every officer who's nominated is eligible to receive a door prize. Nominated officers' names have been pre-pulled prior to the program to expedite the process. As names are called, come up to the table, select any one item you want from the door prizes that are provided. If you are from a department that had one or more nominated officers who could not attend today's ceremony, please pick up their awards certificates and t-shirts after the program. We are very pleased to have some distinguished guests with us today. They're here to help present the awards and to recognize each officer for his or her dedication to traffic safety. The distinguished guests today are Dr. Richard Coburg, Oklahoma Regional Community Policing Institute and co-founder of Buckle Down Awards program. Director Paul Harris of the Oklahoma Highway Traffic Safety Office. Mike Garner, son of the late Michael J. Garner. And they are going to join us on stage now to get ready to present the awards. Now to present the Occupant Protection Award, Chief Chuck Jordan from the Tulsa Police Department.
Well, I'm just supposed to get up here and read names, but I got to say something. You know, I don't have all the figures and the statistics quite at my fingertips like Paul did, but we all know we have more property damage and more injury in the state of Oklahoma from traffic wrecks than anything else we investigate. Traffic enforcement's not the sexy part of police work. It's not like chasing an armed robber. It's not like catching a burglar. But it's absolutely more critical. And I just want everybody in this room to know you guys are my heroes. You're making my community safe. You're making me safe. And thank you so much. All right, moving on. Occupant Protection Award. Each year, the Buckle Out Award got it. Trying to read hers, didn't work. Sorry, folks.
I think somebody messed with your book.
I think somebody did too.
Somebody messed with your book.
Here we are. Got it. Occupant Protection Enforcement. The following officers were nominated for their exceptional performance in the area of seatbelt, child restraint enforcement, and education through 2017. Captain Melissa Abernathy, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. Trooper Chad Backward, Troop L, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Matt Crutchfield, Tulsa Police Department, Gilcrease Traffic Division Enforcement Unit. Officer Jeff Downs, Tulsa Police Department, Support Division Motorcycle Unit. Trooper Austin C. Ellis, Troop I, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Greg Fell, Broken Arrow Police Department. Trooper Jeff Fielder, Trooper 723, Troop M in Altus, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Trooper Justin Garrison, Troop K, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Darrell G., Stillwater Police Department. Lieutenant Jason Glass, Canadian County Sheriff's Office. Trooper Shannon Glover, Trooper 542, Creek Turnpike, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Craig Heatherly, Tulsa Police Department, Mingo Valley Division Traffic Enforcement Unit. Officer Keith Hibbert, Owasso Police Department. Deputy Eli Jarjura, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. Captain Kelly Marshall, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Chris Massey, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. Officer Kyle Masters, Sapulpa Police Department. Sergeant Kyle McCool, Oklahoma State University Police. Trooper Nathan T. Mullins, Trooper 773, Troop E, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Corporal Bobby Pickett, Coweta Police Department. Trooper Joseph Porter, Trooper 275, Troop A, Potawatomi, Lincoln County, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Nate Reed, Claremore Police Department. Trooper Cody Reeder, Troop I, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Trooper Rodney Rito, Trooper 375, Troop A, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Trooper Ray Robertson, Trooper 601, Troop J, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Trooper Mark Walters, Trooper 714, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Michael Wilson, Tulsa Police Department, Mingo Valley Division Traffic Unit. Trooper Kane Wyatt, Trooper 236, Troop C, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. We also have unit awards, the Tulsa Police Department, Mingo Valley Traffic Enforcement Unit, Sergeants James J. Peters, Corporal Brian Collum, Officer Jackie Giacomo, Officer Jason Ham, Officer Craig Heatherly, Officer Monty Morris, Officer Greg McCowan, Officer Tim Pike, Officer Shane Patterson, Officer Christy Score, and Officer Michael Wilson. Also have a unit award for Oklahoma Highway Patrol Troop I, Trooper James L. Crowder, Trooper Austin Ellis, Trooper Baylor Fry, Trooper Stephen Nightingale, Trooper Charity Robertson, and Trooper Cody Rader. In the category of Occupant Protection Prevention, Officer Patrick Chernisky, Broken Arrow Police Department. Officer Rodney Garner, Broken Arrow Police Department. Sergeant Christopher Renke, Drumright Police Department. And Officer Brandon Taylor, Broken Arrow Police Department. Thank you.
Next, the Impaired Driving Award category presented by Chief J.D. Younger from the Edmond Police Department.
The following officers were nominated for demonstrating exceptional performance in the area of impaired driving enforcement and education throughout 2017. In impaired driving enforcement, Deputy Austin Albrecht, Canadian County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Kyle F. Alexander, Sand Springs Police Department. Deputy David Allen, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Danny Ostel, Edmond Police Department. Trooper Shane Ballard, number 249, Troop A, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Trooper Adam Beck, Troop K, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Billy Cluck, Stillwater Police Department. Trooper Jonathan Kottner, 706, Troop B, Tulsa, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Vince Curtis, Sapulpa Police Department. Trooper Eric Foster, 724, Troop YE, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Lieutenant Bill Fretz, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Michael Galbraith, Oklahoma State University Police Department. Deputy Christopher Garrison, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Officer Christopher Goebel, Yukon Police Department. Deputy Phillips Hall, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. Officer James Hanson, Stillwater Police Department. Sergeant John Harris II, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Trooper William Hayden, 443, Troop F, Ardmore, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Deputy Paul Holland, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Trooper Seth A. Hudson, 756, Troop L, Veneta, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Corporal Craig Johnson, Tulsa Police Department, Gilcrease Division. Officer Cole Long, Bethany Police Department. Deputy Zach Olson, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Trudy Patterson Cochran, 530, Yukon Police Department. Officer Frankie J. Perez, Sand Springs Police Department. Deputy Michael Rhoda, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Trooper Ronald Seitz, Troop YB, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Trooper Duncan Smith, 199, Troop C, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Corporal Gregory K. Smith, Tulsa Police Department, Gilchrist Division. Officer Matt Smith, Claremore Police Department. Trooper Roy Smith, Troop A, Metro, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Eric Smoot, Oklahoma Able Commission. Officer Logan Stanley, Oklahoma City Police Department. Officer Benjamin Stropes, Oklahoma City Police Department. Lieutenant John Tillman, Sand Springs Police Department. Captain Steve Wyatt, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. We also have unit citations, one for Oklahoma Highway Patrol Impaired Driving Enforcement Liaisons, Lieutenant Joe Williams, Trooper Russell Calicote, Trooper Derek Griffey, Trooper Chris Lyles, Trooper Nathan Mackey, Trooper Zachary Woods, Trooper Alan Young. In the Tulsa County Sheriff's DUI Enforcement Unit, Sergeant Randy Chapman, Sergeant John Harris II, Sergeant David Kirpon, Sergeant Ernest Mendenhall, Sergeant Michael Moore, Corporal Marcus Berry, Corporal Marshall Eldridge, Corporal Joshua Victory, Deputy David Allen, Deputy Michael Counts, Deputy Christopher Garrison, Deputy Nathan Goodacre, Deputy Justin Green, Deputy Daniel Gully, Deputy Paul Holland, Deputy Jeffrey Eisenberg, Deputy Michael Lahita III, Deputy Brian Osman, Deputy Michael Rhoda, Deputy Randy Schaefer, Deputy Kristen Vaughn, Deputy Scott Vernon, Deputy David Wortham, Deputy Chris Youngblood. In the category of impaired driving prevention, Sergeant Brian Bryden, Tulsa Police Department, Gilchrist Division Traffic Unit. Retired Captain Greg Fisher, Sand Springs Police Department. Detective Jeffrey Eisenberg, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office, DUI Enforcement Unit. And Sergeant Adam Queen, Oklahoma State University Police Department. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Now the Traffic Safety Award category presented by Sheriff Vic Regalado, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Make sure the book's in the right place. There it is.
If not, I'll have it.
Thank you. The following officers were nominated for exhibiting exceptional performance in the area of traffic safety enforcement and education throughout 2017. Sergeant Blake Bull Annis, Bixby Police Department. Master Sergeant Robert Atkins, Oklahoma City Police Department. Captain David Baisden, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. Officer Tommy Barbie, Tulsa Police Department, Riverside Division, Traffic Enforcement. Sergeant Mike Barnes, Owasso Police Department. Officer Jim Belknap, Bethany Police Department. Trooper Robert Benedict, Troop F, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Trooper Joshua Blake, number 371, Troop D, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Daniel Brown, Norman Police Department. Officer Chad Burden, Broken Arrow Police Department. Officer Brian Bird, Broken Arrow Police Department. Officer Kelly Cassidy, Oklahoma City Police Department. Officer Alex Chambers, Tulsa Police Department, Support Division, Motorcycle Unit. Sergeant Randy Chapman, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Corporal Dustin Chandler, Anadarko Police Department. Officer Danny Cheatham, Tulsa Police Department, Support Division, Motorcycle Unit. Trooper Russell Sisney, number 320, Troop B, Tulsa, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer John Daniels, Broken Arrow Police Department. Trooper Sheldon Dobbs, number 427, Troop C, Muskogee, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Braden Allen Downs, Oklahoma City Police Department, Spring Lake Division. Deputy Dustin Dubois, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Reserve Officer Mariko Edmondson, Mounds Police Department. Deputy Mark Facey, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Lieutenant Troy Foreman, Sapulpa Police Department. Officer Robert Gallivan, Oklahoma City Police Department. Patrolman Michael Gray, Tahlequah Police Department. Trooper Rocky Green, number 305, Troop E, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Deputy Daniel Gully, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Deputy John Hanning, Rogers County Sheriff's Office. Trooper Justin Hanson, Troop XE, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Adam Harmon, Owasso Police Department. Corporal Scott Henderson, Bixby Police Department. Sergeant Greg Jaggy, Edmond Police Department. Trooper Brandon Keeling, number 521, Troop E, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Sergeant David Kirpin, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Trooper Tyler Langston, Troop K, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Officer Laura Lanner, Owasso Police Department. Trooper Wayne Lindsay, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Sergeant Kyle Malley, Oklahoma City Police Department, Springdale Division. Officer Joshua Matthews, Broken Arrow Police Department. Master Sergeant Greg McAllister, Oklahoma City Police Department, Southwest Division. Officer Joshua McCoy, Broken Arrow Police Department. Reserve Deputy Trent Morris, Rogers County Sheriff's Office. Officer C.J. Nelson, Edmond Police Department, Traffic Unit. Trooper Colby D. Overstreet, number 656, Troop L, Veneta, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Patrolman Brian Qualls, Tahlequah Police Department. Officer Nick Pape, Owasso Police Department. Officer Lindy Parton, Oklahoma City Police Department, Southwest Division. Officer Curtis Pasley, Coweta Police Department. Sergeant James Peters, Tulsa Police Department, Mingo Valley Traffic Unit. Officer Timothy Pike, Tulsa Police Department, Mingo Valley Division Traffic Enforcement Unit. Only about 10 more pages, so hang tight. Officer Christian Portis, Broken Arrow Police Department. Officer Ryan Potts, Broken Arrow Police Department. Officer Brian Radford, Mounds Police Department. Officer Benjamin Randall, Coweta Police Department. Officer Jesse Reyes, Oklahoma City Police Department. Sergeant Rob Reidner, Norman Police Department. Officer Michael Robertson, Tulsa Police Department, Riverside Division, Traffic Enforcement Unit. Deputy Chad Rose, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Deputy Randy Schaefer, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Trooper Mike Shanholzer, number 720, Troop F, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Master Sergeant Taylor Shaw, Oklahoma City Police Department. Officer Andy Simmons, Jenks Police Department. Officer James A. Slay, Tulsa Police Department, Gilcrease Division, Traffic Enforcement Unit. Sergeant Tim Smith, Norman Police Department. Trooper Ashby Sutherland, number 501, Troop D, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Deputy Bobby Swatzenberg, Jr., Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Officer Nathaniel R. Terrell, Tulsa Police Department, Gilcrease Division, Traffic Enforcement Unit. Officer Shane Charles Terry, Oklahoma City Police Department, Spring Lake Division. Officer Keith Trujillo, Owasso Police Department. Deputy Kristen Vaughn, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office. Officer Dakota Walsh, 215 Bixby Police Department. Master Police Officer Brandon Wansnick, Norman Police Department. Master Sergeant Dennis Watts, Oklahoma City Police Department, Hefner Division. Corporal Jim White, Bixby Police Department. Officer Larry Woods, Tulsa Police Department, Support Division, Motorcycle Unit. Sergeant Sky Woodward, Stillwater Police Department. Oklahoma Highway Patrol Troop MC Tulsa, Trooper John Barnes, Trooper Chris Bonney, Trooper David Cravens, Trooper Steve Eason, Trooper Troy Gilmore, Trooper Ryan Medeiros, Trooper Randall Millam, Trooper John Moser, Trooper Keith Nahara, Trooper Scott Patton, Trooper Clint Riddle, Trooper Chris Simpson, Trooper Ron Watson. Tulsa Police Department Support Division Motorcycle Unit. Sergeant Ross Williams, Corporal David Crow, Officer Kyle Beck, Officer Alex Chambers, Officer Jeff Downs, Officer Travis Helm, Officer John Knighton, Officer Josh McMath, Officer Mark Soule, and Officer Larry Woods. We're on the last page. Deputy Mary Blendowski, Tulsa County Sheriff's Office, Community Policing Division. Sergeant Kelsey Frazier, Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. School Resource Officer Harold Kendrick, Bixby Police Department. Trooper Jack A. Walker, number 954, Troop E, Oklahoma Highway Patrol. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office Community Policing Division, Sergeant Paula Height, Sergeant Tress Mabey, Deputy Mary Blendowski, Deputy Ernest Wayne Pauley, and Deputy Ernestine Truewell. The Tulsa Police Department Riverside Division Traffic Enforcement Unit, Sergeant Stephen Boyes, Corporal Will Dowsing, Officer Tommy Barbie, Officer Travis Berg, Officer Mick Haldring, Officer Kendall Job, Officer Logan Nelson, Officer Chris Ralston, Officer Michael Robertson, and Officer Kerry Witten. Thank you.
Each year, the Buckle Down Awards Selection Committee reviews every nomination and selects one outstanding nominee in each of those categories to receive the appropriate memorial award. These individuals represent all Oklahoma law enforcement officers, and they serve as examples of dedication to traffic safety in our state. We'll begin with the Fabian Van Arsdale Memorial Award presented by Major Tracy Lewis with the Tulsa Police Department.
Good morning. I only have one name to read. This memorial award is named in honor of Officer Fabian Van Arsdale, a member of the Tulsa Police Department from 1976 to 1981. On the evening of July 25th, 1981, Officer Van Arsdale stopped a motorist at 6300 South Lewis Avenue. While checking the driver's record on her police radio, her vehicle was struck from behind by a vehicle driven by an intoxicated driver. The doors of her police car were jammed shut by the collision and her unit burst into flames. Officer Van Arsdale died in the fire. The other driver had a previous DUI arrest, and after a short jail term for this collision, he had a subsequent arrest for DUI. Officer Van Arnsdale's husband, OHP Trooper Sam Van Arnsdale, was one of the first officers to respond to the scene of her crash. This award was created in February of 1994 for the first Buckle Down Awards program, to remember Officer Van Arnsdale and to honor all Oklahoma law enforcement officers, deputies, and troopers whose lives were taken in traffic collisions while serving their communities. It is also intended to remind officers the importance of traffic enforcement and traffic safety. In 2001, the focus of this award was changed to occupant protection to help increase the enforcement of seatbelt and child restraint laws and to promote the use of occupant protection by adults and children. So I'm very proud to present this year's award. We recognize Officer Dave Hickman of the Tulsa Police Department, Gilcrease Division, Traffic Enforcement Unit. In 2017, Officer Dave Hickman issued 285 occupant protection citations, which comprised of 168 seatbelt citations, 117 child restraint or child standing citations as a member of the Tulsa Police Department's Gilcrease Division Traffic Enforcement Unit. Officer Hickman's total number of citations written for the year was 2,208. Officer, hold on just a second, because he used to work for me, so bring it on, brother. Congratulations. Officer Hickman joined the Tulsa Police Department on January 5th, 1998. After completing his training at the Tulsa Police Training Center, he was assigned to the Gilcrease Division as a patrol officer. Officer Hickman was assigned as patrol officer and selective enforcement officer from 1998 to 2005. Officer Hickman has been a member of the Gilcrease Traffic Enforcement Unit since 2005, issuing, God-loving, 30,811 traffic citations to include speeding, traffic light violations, seatbelt, child restraint violations. He is also a fatality collision team leader, serving as primary investigator for numerous fatality collisions. Officer Hickman has received numerous letters of commendations during his career, as well as 2 life-saving medals and a Department Commendation Medal. Officer Hickman has been one of the leaders in both occupant safety enforcement and traffic enforcement during his tenure as a member of the Gilcrease Division Traffic Enforcement Unit. Congratulations to Officer Dave Hickman on being awarded the Fabian Van Arsdale Memorial Award for Occupant Protection.
Next is the Don Byerly Memorial Award, presented by Mr. Ray Hollingshead, former Oklahoma State Chairman of Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Mr. Hollingshead was a personal friend of Sergeant Don Byerly and was active in MAD after his son Charlie was killed by a drunk driver.
Why, this must be about the safest place in Oklahoma right now. Bad guy with crime on his mind come driving into this parking lot. He'd make it the quickest U-turn you ever saw. It's always an honor for me to be here and present this award. I've presented it several times and I always look forward to it. I worked as a reserve police officer for a few years over at Sand Springs, and, you know, I could see a little bit, you know, just got a little taste of what officers do in the street, well, I never wanted to be a street cop. I was a probation parole officer for 22 years, and there was enough action for me. But I really do appreciate all that you do. Just like Mr. Harris said, you know, you protect us. And we don't even think about it sometimes. We go about our daily lives and we don't, and that's, you know, we see a police car, we say, oh, am I driving too fast? You know, and we don't think about how much you guys do. I say guys, I mean men and women. And I thank you personally this morning. I appreciate what you do. This award was named in honor of Sergeant Don Byerly, a member of the Tulsa Police Department from 1969 to 1980. On the evening of October 12, 1980, Sergeant Byerly stopped a traffic violator on Interstate 244 near Delaware Avenue. While parked on the side of the road, his police car was struck from behind by a vehicle driven by an impaired driver, who was also driving without a driver's license. Sergeant Byerly was gravely injured in the crash and remained in a coma for 2 months. He died from his injuries on December 15, 1980. This award was created in February of 1994 for the first Buckle Down Award program to remember Sergeant Byerly and to honor all Oklahoma law enforcement officers, deputies, and troopers whose lives have been taken by drivers impaired by alcohol and other drugs. This award is also intended to encourage Oklahoma law enforcement officers to aggressively enforce the laws related to driving under the influence or impaired by alcohol and other drugs. This year we recognize Trooper Romulus Gregory, badge number 430 of the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, Troop K, Pawnee, and Osage County. Trooper Romulus Gregory is assigned to Troop K, Osage and Pawnee counties, and has worked to develop an excellent DUI enforcement program for the rural areas. He's responsible for patrolling the largest geographic troop in the state of Oklahoma. Osage County, as you might know, is bigger than the state of Delaware, I think. He's responsible for patrolling the largest geographic troop in the state of Oklahoma, spanning roadways from Ponca City to the Tulsa County line. Trooper Gregory has consistently maintained a high level of commitment and continues to lead his entire troop in traffic safety and alcohol-related arrests by arresting 99 DUIs in 2017. One of the most impressive things about his work is he drives many miles to cover his assignment in search of impaired drivers. Trooper Gregory routinely patrols several hundred miles per week, aggressively targeting intoxicated drivers who pose a risk to everyone on the roadway. This is especially important in less densely populated areas where local law enforcement partners struggle to meet manpower demands placed upon their area's responsibility. Trooper Romulus' dedication to protect the lives of motorists and help make Oklahoma a safer and secure place for all reflects well on himself, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, and all troopers, deputies, and officers. Trooper Romulus Gregory goes above and beyond to secure a safe environment throughout his assigned troop. He is a credit to law enforcement and the citizens he serves. Trooper Romulus has proven himself to go above and beyond for the safety of Oklahoma roads. He is more than just a one-year wonder. His passion is exemplified to what troopers should strive for in the area of impaired driving enforcement. Congratulations to Trooper Romulus Gregory on being awarded the Sergeant Diane Byerly Memorial Award on Impaired Driving Enforcement.
Next, the Matthew Scott Evans Memorial Award presented by Chief Michael Harrell, Oklahoma Highway Patrol.
Thank you.
This award is named in honor of Trooper Matthew Scott Evans, badge number 895, a member of the Oklahoma Highway Patrol from August 1999 to August of 2000. On the evening of August 21st, 2000, Trooper Evans was traveling westbound on I-40 when he was hit head-on by a vehicle fleeing from Oklahoma City Police Officer Jeff Rominger. The eluding vehicle entered the off-ramp from I-40 and May Avenue, continuing eastbound in the westbound lanes of I-40. About 30 seconds later, while traveling in the inside lane, the fleeing vehicle struck a tractor-trailer rig that had just topped the crest of a hill. Trooper Evans responded to another trooper's call for assistance and, unaware of the pursuit, collided with the fleeing vehicle within a second of the first impact. Almost simultaneously, Officer Rominger's car crashed into the wreckage from the other direction, and both police vehicles erupted in fire, killing both officers. Throughout his short career, Trooper Evans was known as an outspoken advocate for traffic safety and had committed his life to making Oklahoma's roads safer. This memorial award was created in 2001 to remember Trooper Matt Evans and to honor all Oklahoma law enforcement officers, deputies, and troopers whose lives were taken in traffic collisions while protecting the citizens of Oklahoma. This award is also intended to serve as a reminder to all law enforcement officers of the importance of traffic safety and traffic enforcement in our state. This year, we recognize Lieutenant Barry Grippin of the Norman Police Department. Lieutenant Barry Grippin began his career June 10, 2005 as a dispatcher and later that year commissioned as a Norman police officer. After being assigned to patrol, he served in the traffic unit for 7 years prior to his recent promotion. In 2017, Lieutenant Barry Grippin was assigned as a sergeant to the Traffic Section Uniform Support Division. He is without a doubt the hardest working traffic safety enforcement officer that has ever been employed with the Norman Police Department. His tireless efforts have allowed him to lead the department in total contacts for the past several years. Over the last 5 years, he led the entire Norman Police Department in traffic contacts. In 2017, he wrote 3,014 total contacts. Of those, 1,606 were speeding violations and 582 were seatbelt violations. Efforts from Lieutenant Grippin contributed to a 17% total reduction in injury collisions and 11% reduction in non-injury collisions. Lieutenant Grippin has been a valued instructor at the Norman Police Academy, teaching the topics of traffic stops, traffic enforcement, radar, and LiDAR courses. Lieutenant Grippin has participated in traffic safety programs including Click It or Ticket, Operation Cadence, Operation Lifesaver, badges on buses in an enforcement capacity, as well as an advocate for traffic safety. He also participated in the Norman Police Citizens Police Academy. Lieutenant Barry Grippin is currently assigned to the Patrol Division of the Norman Police Department. He is married to his wife, Nicole, and a very devoted husband and father. Congratulations to Lieutenant Barry Grippin on being awarded the Matthew Scott Evans Memorial Traffic Award for Traffic Safety.
Now for the Michael J. Garner Safety Advocate Award. Michael's family is here to present the award along with the co-founder, Dr. Richard Coburg. Let's welcome Mike's wife, Pat Garner, their son Michael, and their niece Amber. Also, please welcome co-founder, Dr. Richard Coburg.
Those of you who knew Mike, you still miss him, and for those of you who did not know Mike, you really missed out. He did not die in the line of duty, but he did give his life for traffic safety and for this community in so many, many, many ways. 25 years ago, 26 years ago, he came to me and said, you know, we need to recognize law enforcement for the hard work they're doing, and because every one of them is a lifesaver. And the Buckle Down Award started. You didn't know Mike, but I want you to get a chance to meet his son, who's kind of the spitting image in a different kind of world, but who loved his dad and was proud of all he did. And let me introduce Mike Garner, Jr.
Honestly, it's just a pleasure to be amongst all you guys. I've been fortunate in recent years to do some ride-alongs with some TPD officers who are close friends of the family. And when I get in groups like this, it's hard not to feel Dad's presence, feel closer to him. There's something about the uniforms and the cars that just kind of bring him back in a lot of different ways. So we just appreciate being a part of this, and we thank you for everything you guys do.
This is the 25th year, and it's a special year, and maybe Pat would like to say a word, or can I just introduce Mrs. Garner, Pat? Thank you for coming down. So this is a very important award to all of us in traffic safety. It's kind of the top cop. And this year's Michael Garner Award for Safety Advocacy is presented to Trooper Russell Calicote of the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. All right, Russell. Trooper Rusty has for years led the Oklahoma Highway Patrol in impaired driving arrests across Oklahoma. His commitment to reducing alcohol-related crash was so significant that he began serving as the impaired driving liaison with the state government. In this position, he serves as a vital link and conduit between the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office and law enforcement community. He promotes and enhances state and national highway safety programs, initiatives, and campaigns. He performs a myriad of functions, including planning, organizing, networking, promoting, recruiting, implementing, reporting, evaluating law enforcement's role in traffic safety projects. This trooper realizes that one of his most vital tasks is to recruit and encourage local law enforcement to participate in impaired driving. Trooper Calicote has markedly increased the number of law enforcement agencies participating in impaired driving enforcement, which contributes to crash reduction. Even with his full-time position of working with area law enforcement agencies, he continues to work as a trooper. He's consistently a leader in traffic safety enforcement in his own right. In 2017, despite his duties with the state of Oklahoma, he made 29 impaired driving arrests, 13 drug arrests, and had 339 other significant traffic contacts. This trooper believes in traffic safety enforcement and knows that he will commit to whatever he does. He saved many lives in the state of Oklahoma. He has made this not only his job, but his mission. It's the determination and drive shown by Trooper Calicote has saved countless lives of many Oklahomans and educated many law enforcement officers over the years. Congratulations, sir. They have a special family gift that they give to the person who wins this award. And Pat will present that. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry. I have one alibi that I forgot to mention while I was up here. Unfortunately, in the last few months or 6 months or so, I've been having to wear glasses, and I didn't wear them today because I'm still in denial, and I couldn't see what I was supposed to say on my card. So, coming up, there's a lot of enforcement periods coming up. Thank you, Dr. Corey. There's a lot of enforcement periods coming up. This year, Oklahoma is going to participate in a 7-state 420 enforcement date on impaired driving and drugs. And so if you're in law enforcement organization, we ask that you help us. If you'd like to participate, it's purely voluntary. There's 7 states. We already have agencies across the state of Oklahoma that have agreed to participate in this. And it's going to be focusing specifically on marijuana. As some of you may or may not know, 420 is kind of a reference to National Day of Pot Smoking. And at 420 on 420, there's a lot of activity that happens at that time. So there's a 7-state enforcement period. If you'd like to participate, that'd be great. If you have a grant with us, we're going to be sending it out through our e-grants. If you don't have a grant with us, you can go to our website at Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, and there'll be a page. They'll give you the information about that. And before I go, I had a neighbor. He was a World War II veteran, and every time I would go to drill on the weekends, he would come over to my house and he said, "Hey, Paul, I know you're really not excited about going, but I'm going to sleep a lot better tonight knowing that you're out there training, protecting me." So I just want you to know, hey, every night I sleep better because all of you are out there doing your jobs. So thank you very much.
The Buckle Down Awards Committee members would like to express their appreciation to Tulsa Technology Center Owasso Business Campus for their wonderful support, again, with this year's Buckle Down Awards program. Remember, if you're from an agency that had officers who were unable to attend today's ceremony, please stop by to pick up your agency's awards, certificates, commemorative coin, and t-shirts before you leave. Thank you so much for coming. Stand by, please, for remarks from our program coordinator, Deborah, and door prizes by Mark Medea of AAA Oklahoma.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been 10 years of putting on a program. It's bittersweet, putting it on behalf of you guys. It's one of those things that definitely wish Mike was here to put it on himself, but putting it on for him has been a pleasure and a privilege to be able to do that. With this being the 25th year, that's a milestone, and that's why y'all got the 25-year commemorative coin. So I hope you really enjoyed that. Again, you can't put this program on by yourself. We need our committee and our selection process. If they're not out working, just wave your hand, stand up, say hello. This is who makes it possible for us to be able to put on a program like this. So please. It also happens to have your presenters. And that's a lot of chiefs that it's a good feeling to be able to tell a chief what to do. Wasn't able to do it during my career, but I can do it during the Buckle Down program, so that feels pretty good. But these wouldn't be able to do this without them, and I really appreciate what you've done for them in the program. Get in the hand too. Every year I thank Beth and Jenny. Jenny had to leave, but Beth is the backbone of the backbone of the backbone, and she's always there. Jenny's her cold heart, and I really appreciate what they've done, and we can give them a hand too. I just really thank you all for coming. I know it takes time. I know it takes effort for you all to come here. I appreciate you all putting in the nominations for your officers, because we have to continue to pat them on the back and continue to let them know that we appreciate what they're doing to make sure our roads are safer. Last but not least, I want to thank Michelle Lynn. She did it for us last year. She did it for us again this year. We wanted to make it definitely a special occasion to bring her back for the 25th. So thank you, Michelle, for doing such a fantastic job. I just again want to say thank you for the support. Thank you for just allowing your officers to come out and come to the program. Remember, next year we'll be back again, probably around the same time. I know it's been a little different because we normally have it in February, but it worked out that we had to do it in March, but it ended up working out. So we look forward to seeing you all next year. Please be safe. And again, thank you. Mark's going to take care of the door prizes and talk to you guys for just a few more minutes. And remember, just if you're going to be here, hang around for the door prize and you may get one. Again, thank you.
I have to share something about Deborah. Earlier this morning, we're setting this room up, and she said, "Hey, Mark, I got a job for you." She said, "I want you to stand outside that door, make sure nobody gets in." So I thought about that. It's like, so Deborah, you're telling me my job description is to prevent 300 law enforcement professionals from coming through. So thank you for your compliance. I'm told that we have extra backpacks. If you all would like to grab another one, they touch so many lives in so many ways. Since the event is titled Buckle Down, I thought I'd close us with a few words about seatbelts. Passage of a primary enforcement seatbelt law in every state has been a long-standing initiative of AAA because, as you well know, it increases use an average of 10%. Still absolutely baffles me as to why anyone would not automatically put on their seatbelt before putting the car into gear every trip, every time. You deal with it on a daily basis. The single most effective driving behavior that reduces deaths in motor vehicle crashes. Through your efforts, we are gaining ground. The 2016 seatbelt use rate in Oklahoma was 86.6%, 2% higher than 2015. There's work to be done, but collectively we will get to that 90% threshold in Oklahoma and beyond. Through your efforts, there's a child somewhere in this state who still has a parent who still has a teenager, and a teenager who still has their best friend. Your work is literally the difference between life and death for Oklahoma motorists, and we thank you. On behalf of Leslie Gamble, my counterpart in Oklahoma City, and our over 400,000 AAA members in the state of Oklahoma, thank you for all that you do. Thank you, committee members, for all of your efforts to produce this 25th year event, and thank you, law enforcement, for what you do for each of us, each and every